Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. Hey folks, let me tell you something that's been weighing on my heart lately. I've been watching General Hospital for more years than I care to admit, back when I'd come home from work, kick off my boots, and catch up with all the drama in Port Charles. Maxie Jones, played by that talented Kirsten Storms, has always been one of my favorites. She's feisty, funny, and full of life on screen. But lately, the real-life story around Kirsten has me shaking my head and feeling real sorry for her. I saw her posts around April 9th where she talked about someone hacking into her accounts. She even called the Franklin Police Department to report it. Bless her heart, the poor woman was having trouble logging into her own Instagram and said important stuff got lost when she used her phone's Wi-Fi. Then she mentioned her place in Tennessee got broken into too. It all sounds scary, like someone's messing with her peace of mind on purpose. What really got to me, and a lot of other longtime fans, is how this seems tied up with bigger trouble she's been facing. After she left the show for a while, we started hearing she might not come back. Then came the news about her ex-husband, Brandon Barash. You remember him as Johnny Zakara on GH, getting a protection order. The court papers talked about her mental health struggles, hallucinations, paranoia, things getting so heavy that even her daughter was affected. There was even talk of a possible suicide attempt at home, which just broke my heart when I read it. I kept thinking, Lord, that girl's been through enough already. But right after, some clarification came out that eased folks' minds a bit. Still, you can tell she's been in a dark place. Posting about being evicted, asking for advice online, it doesn't sound like the strong, spunky Maxie we all know. As a man who's seen friends and family go through tough mental health seasons, I worry for her. Life can get overwhelming, especially when you're in the public eye and dealing with custody stuff, exes, and all that pressure. I sure hope Kirsten's getting the real help she needs right now, good doctors, people who truly care, and maybe some quiet time away from all the noise. She's brought so much joy to us fans over the years with her acting. We're pulling for her to come out stronger on the other side. If you're a longtime viewer like me, especially you ladies who've followed the show through thick and thin, you know what I mean. Sometimes the strongest characters on TV are the ones fighting the hardest battles off camera. Hey folks, let me sit here with my coffee and tell you a little more about what's been going on with Kirsten Storms. It's one of those stories that just sticks with you when you followed a show like General Hospital for as long as I have. Even though things are messy in her personal life right now, I was relieved to hear she can still see her little daughter. The visits have to be supervised, of course, and I can only imagine how heavy that feels for a mother who loves her child as much as Kirsten does. Having someone watching every minute you spend with your own kid, that's got to hurt deep down. But I reckon the court is doing what they think is best to protect everybody while they figure things out. Brandon Barash and Kirsten are scheduled to go back to court sometime this week to review that temporary protection order. I hope the judge listens carefully to both sides and makes a decision that puts that little girl's happiness first. Kids shouldn't have to grow up in the middle of all this adult trouble. I've been thinking a lot about Kirsten's mental health lately. From what's come out, she's been dealing with some real tough stuff, paranoia, hallucinations, feeling like everything and everybody is against her. I know a few folks my age who've walked through dark valleys like that, and it's no small thing. It can make you feel lost in your own home, scared of things that aren't even there. Then you add the pressure of being a public person, the divorce, custody battles, and all the eyes watching your every move. It's a heavy load for anyone to carry. I truly wish her all the best, good doctors, real friends who stick by her, and most of all, some peace inside her heart and mind. She deserves to feel like herself again. It always makes me sad when one of our favorite soap stars hits hard times. We see them on TV every day, being strong, cracking jokes, falling in and out of love, and handling crazy drama in Port Charles. Then real life comes along and it's not scripted anymore. But I'm choosing to stay hopeful. These things don't get fixed overnight, but I believe brighter days are coming for Kirsten. She's a fighter. You can see that same spirit in Maxie Jones on the screen. Speaking of Maxie, a lot of us longtime fans are wondering what's going to happen with her character on the show. From what I understand, Kirsten doesn't have a contract with General Hospital anymore, so her return isn't guaranteed right now. That worries me because Maxie has been such an important part of the canvas for so many years. She's the funny one, the loyal friend, the mama bear who'll go through fire for the people she loves. Losing her presence would leave a big hole in the show. I hear the writers are cooking up something big with Cassius Faison. Ryan Pavey is coming back, and they're saying Cassius is going to be revealed as the twin brother of Nathan West, the same guy Ryan played before. Can you imagine that twist? Two brothers who look exactly alike, one causing all kinds of secret trouble in Port Charles. If Maxie gets pulled into that story, it could get really emotional and dramatic. She and Nathan had such a deep connection, so seeing her face a man who looks just like him but isn't him, that's the kind of story General Hospital does best. But if Kirsten isn't able to come back full-time, the show might eventually need to find someone new to play Maxie. Recasting is never easy, especially with a character fans have loved for so long. They'd have to find just the right actress who can bring that same mix of sass, heart, and vulnerability. I've seen it happen before on other soaps, and sometimes it works out. Sometimes it takes time for fans to warm up to the new face. Either way, I'll keep watching because I've been hooked on this show longer than some of my grandkids have been alive. In the meantime, it sounds like Cassius is going to keep quietly stirring up trouble behind the scenes in Port Charles. You know how these things go, secrets getting whispered, old wounds opening up, and lives getting turned upside down when you least expect it. I'll be sitting in my chair watching every episode, wondering how it's all going to unfold. General Hospital has a special way of mixing big, shocking reveals with everyday heartaches, and that's why so many of us older fans keep coming back. My thoughts and prayers are with Kirsten every time I think about her. Whether she returns as Maxie or not, I hope she finds healing and happiness in her real life. She's brought so much joy to our living rooms over the years. Us folks who followed the show through marriages, births, deaths, and all the crazy adventures know how much these characters feel like old friends. We're rooting for her, plain and simple. Life throws some curveballs, but good people have a way of bouncing back when they get the right kind of help and love. I'm keeping the faith on this one. If Kirsten isn't able to come back and film anytime soon, I reckon the show will have to do what they've done before, find someone else to step into those shoes for a while. They've had to recast or use temporary players plenty of times over the years when life got in the way for an actor. It's never ideal, but soaps have a long history of making it work so the stories can keep moving forward. One name that keeps coming up is Molly Burnett. She did a really good job filling in for Maxie during some of those earlier times when Kirsten needed a break. I remember watching those episodes and thinking Molly brought her own special touch to the character. She had that same spark, that mix of funny and fierce that makes Maxie so lovable. She handled the big emotional scenes well too, especially the ones involving family and heartbreak. So, yeah, I could definitely see Molly stepping back in if they need her again. She already knows the role, she knows the other actors, and the fans got used to her pretty quickly last time. It would feel familiar instead of jarring. Hang in there, Kirsten. We're still rooting for you, just like we root for Maxie every day on General Hospital. Life's full of twists and turns, but brighter days do come around. That's one thing this old heart has learned for sure.